of Amanek, the impossible, it's not happening. Navi, that's brilliant stuff. Walking on into the first land back. The two-time Cologne champions now in simple and electronic. That puts them one away from the Grand Slam, and slam they did.
Bit, what an absolute showing. The rookies turned up here as part of the monstrous roster of Navi. He slotted in, he's looked amazing. He is that third star in that era that Navi was starting back in 2020, the new dawn. Well, they've picked up right where they've left off.
Some incredible performances. It does end bleakly for G2. Such a harrowing way to have it taken from you. But $1 million event, and Navi are flying their flag high. Back-to-back LAN wins for Natus Vincere. 500 days we waited. And Navi, they pick up right where they left off. And there they stand. Playing from Cologne, all that hard work, 2 weeks of hard work, converting what they knew they could do. Your world's best team, home of the very world's best as well. Destroyed. G2 3-0 bit. I mean, I can't even imagine how he's feeling right now.
The smile, I think it says it all. Look at him.
I can't even imagine. You get the invite, you get the call up to play for the very best. You've been grinding this game, sure.
It's his first LAN.
It's his first LAN, and he played like it was his 10th. Absolutely magnificent performances all around. Perfecto as well, doing so much work, but Navi, Natus Vincere. As the sun shines, so do they. Hard work, it definitely pays off. Blade, just as much his trophy as anyone else's, and the first name inscribed in the new trophy, Iem Cologne champions, is Natus Vincere.
Navi have finessed the bag in this grand final after a 500-day LAN drought, unironically gifted with a rematch of those last grand finals. And wow, you know, just what a time to be alive. What a time for Counter-Strike esports.
Beautiful, beautiful match from Navi. Incredible grand final. Very much delivered on all accounts. Clutch moments, key moments, memories being written. Good for some, bad for others. Nightmares at night or dreams, depending on what camp you are at. Everything delivered.
It's just another chapter in the legend, chapter in the legend of Simple. What an incredible event. Got to be a career best event, and certainly one of the most dominant individual performances.
And you know, it's not every day the winner says that they will come back stronger, you know, but when Sasha says it, when Simple says it, you better damn believe it.
It's a glimpse into the mindset, right? I mean, this is the guy who's like in tournaments when he loses and he goes and he plays, you know, FPL for 5 hours after the fact, and he goes and grinds death matches. And I mean, bringing that same mentality, it's huge to have your leader kind of instill that sort of mentality into the team as well. And that's a massive benefit that Navi have. And I mean, man, what just a great showing from all of them across the board.
Yeah, it's the only way to stay on top, Trace. It's the only way to stay on top is through victories, still try to find this fine detail that you think you should have done differently, right? That is what's gonna assure you the next trophy. We know they're now one victory away from that Grand Slam. It's just peeking there behind the corner, and this Navi right there, also the result of a hard work. Yes, we're here celebrating Simple, and we have to do it rightfully so. He is the best player in the world, but it's the success of a system, of players evolving, improving, a better structure. Navi staying composed after losing sometimes silly rounds. This is a new looking Navi as well.
I don't want to say Navi wouldn't have lifted this trophy without him, but it certainly would have been way more difficult. But the emergence of Bit throughout this event,
hell yeah,
absolutely.
Oh my lord, like they certainly wouldn't have dominated the way they did without him. They might have still been able to win it, but for the conversation for years around Navi is like, can they actually find people who can consistently deliver around Simple? And I know this is just his first event, but even Perfecto was playing way better this event than you would have expected. The whole team at the moment is elevating each other, and that's what's making Navi look so dominant at the moment.
And you have to look at a player like Bit, right? This is first event, first S-tier event, that is. And you think about what what happens next? You know, what is the growing pains of Navi? Because it doesn't look like they have any.
Well, it's not always going to be this easy.
No.
I don't want to say like the final certainly wasn't easy. I don't want to make that. I don't want to insinuate that in any way. But it's not always going to be like, okay, everyone's clicking in this tournament. We're gonna be able to march straight to the grand final. We're going to be favorites in every single matchup. There's going to be some rough patches, and that's where you see if that team can hold together.
Look, I think he's surrounded by the right people for that. But if obviously you don't want to get complacent, right? Not thinking, oh, my first S-LAN, you know what? It worked well. Everything is okay. But again, he's surrounded by the right people to make sure that he's going to stay on track.
And for these guys on the screen, I think this is a very good final from G2.
Oh, yeah.
I actually think, I mean, the scores are pretty close as well, so it's not like they were blown out. But I actually think even on Dust 2, which was 16-11, the biggest win in the series, those 3 maps I feel like were decided by very, very small mistakes out of the G2 camp. I actually think those were 3 great maps played by them.
Maybe an overextension here, maybe you know, not being in the right place there.
Oh, you know, a little bomb snafu. We love one of those.
Yeah, gotta love one of those. That's a G2 special. I think everybody knows that. Yeah, G2 come in here, and you know, I don't think that everybody put them within the grand final.
I mean, for G2, I said it at the very beginning. Oh my god, they're having fun. For them, this was about confirming their improvement, confirming the evolution. I think that's been done for G2, right? After plateauing in these semifinals, they make it to the grand final. They challenge Navi to the very essence. Yeah. But yes, we're talking about details. We're talking about maybe a little bit.